Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs have a couple deals to announce, although the trade deadline is still a week away. The Cubs have been active on the buying side of the equation in the last 24 hours. First off, the Cubs sent George Springer and Nelson Cruz, along with a couple minor leaguers, to the Milwaukee Brewers in return for Lorenzo Cain and Brandon Woodruff. The Brewers will be retaining a portion of Cain's contract as well. In a second deal, the Cubs and Royals have made a trade which will bring Jorge Soler back to the Cubs in return for a collection of minor leaguers from the Cubs system. So now we start into today's baseball game. And it should also be noted that Blake Taylor has been sent to the minor leagues in accommodation of a roster spot for Brandon Woodruff and Jorge Soler. Now, for today's matchup, the Cubs are actually going to be running out a little bit different lineup. Soler is going to be able to jump right out and play in today's game. And he is going to be in right field. Thairo Estrada is going to be playing at third base. And Mike Tauchman is going to be brought in to play left field today. Which means that the Cubs lineup is going to include Hoerner and... that was the wrong thing. There, we drag Estrada down, Rizzo down, Correa down. Cain is going to bat second, and Amaya is going to bat sixth. And so we have a little different look for the Cubs lineup today. We see that the lineup is going to be Hoerner, Cain, Correa, Rizzo, Soler, Amaya, Estrada, Tauchman, and McCullers batting ninth. McCullers is making start number 24 with an 11-4 record. He has a 3.66 ERA and a 1.30 WHIP. Jharel Cotton will be opposing him on the mound for the Nationals. He's making start number 15 with a 7-4 record, ERA of exactly 4 and a WHIP of 1.26. The Nationals lineup will be Stevenson, Turner, Soto, Robles, Kaboom, Castro, Profar, Grulon, and Cotton batting ninth. It is 80 degrees here in the nation's capital today. The wind is blowing in from center at 10 mph. And it is time to get everybody out here for the ball game. Jharel Cotton standing on the mound for the Nationals, facing off with Nico Hoerner, who's going to lead off for the Cubs. The Cubs, having made these deals in the last 24 hours, have certainly secured themselves as buyers here at the trade deadline. I don't think there was any real confusion about that with the Cubs' lead in the Central Division standings. Cotton now facing Hoerner to lead off the ball game. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. So that is out number one as Hoerner heads back to the dugout and it brings up Lorenzo Cain. With one out, nobody on, Cain making his debut as a Cub. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Cotton with the delivery. And Cain pops it up. Short right field, going out as the first baseman down the line. And he makes the play for out number two. Correa now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Correa. And he pops it up to center field. Coming in is the center fielder. He looks up and catches it for out number 3. Cubs go down in order. We go to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Lance McCullers on the mound, working against Andrew Stevenson here in the bottom of the first inning. Stevenson getting the start in center field. He only has 68 at-bats on the season. Here's a 1-2 count. McCullers looking for the sign, and he delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers with the punch out for out number 1. And now Trey Turner is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers facing Turner with 1 ball count. Here it comes, and a pop up to center. Coming in is Kane, running. He makes the play. That is out number 2. Next up is Juan Soto with 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers facing Soto with a 3-1 count. Pitching cautiously. Here it comes. That is inside for ball 4. So McCullers does not fold. He issues the walk rather than throwing a strike. We go now to Victor Robles with 2 outs and the runner on first. McCullers facing Robles with a 3-ball count. Here comes the pitch. That is low for ball 4. So McCullers issuing back-to-back walks. After retiring the first 2 batters in the inning, it brings up Carter Kieboom. 2 outs, 2 men on. McCullers pitching. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch. The grounder toward third. Estrada has it. He throws over to first, and they get him by a step to end the inning. So McCullers works his way into and out of a jam. The Nationals stranding 2. We go to the top of the second of a scoreless ball game. Rizzo facing off against Cotton to lead off the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. Rizzo waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Rizzo heads back to the dugout. Second strikeout of the game for Cotton. And it brings up Jorge Soler. Soler, a .256 batting average and 26 home runs in his time with the Royals. He's facing Cotton with a full count. Here comes the pitch to Soler, and is inside for ball 4. Soler shows good eye and draws the walk. And with Grullon behind the plate, he has a good arm but not really good ability. Cotton is actually very good at holding runners. So let's see if we get a chance to get Soler running here. Here comes the first pitch. That is low for ball 1. That was a changeup. That was the pitch to run on, actually. Here's the next pitch. That is going to be a strike at the letters with a fastball. 1-1 count. And now we're going to try to steal second with Soler. Let's see what happens here. Here comes the pitch. Inside. Throw goes down to second. Soler slides, and he is safe. So Soler swipes the base. He's now in scoring position with 1 out. Top of the second inning. Amaya still facing Cotton with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And it's driven down to left field, going toward the warning track, and it's caught in the corner. Soler aggressively tagging up and running from second to third on that play. So the left fielder made the catch with his back to the infield. Soler alertly tags up and advances to third, and now Thairo Estrada is the batter. 2 outs and the runner on third. Cotton working to Estrada. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and he grounds it toward short. Picked up and thrown over to first, and that's going to end the inning. Well, the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the second of a scoreless ball game. Starlin Castro leading off for the Nationals in the bottom of the second inning. McCullers working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the delivery. And a pop-up to left. Coming in is Tauschman. He looks up and he catches it for out number 1. Profar now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with another 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to center. Chasing is Lorenzo Cain toward right center field. Cain calls for it and he makes the play for out number 2. Grullon now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers working with a 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. And it's driven down the left field line. Chasing is Tauschman. He's going to play it on a hop. That is going to be a 2-out single here in the bottom of the second inning. So now Cotton, the pitcher, comes up to the plate with 2 outs, 1 man on. McCullers working with a 1-2 count. And it's a grounder towards short. Correa has it. He throws to second, and that'll end the inning. The force play retires the lead runner. The Nationals strand 1. We go to the top of the third of a scoreless ball game. Tauschman now leading off against Cotton in the top of the third inning. 2 balls is the count. Here's the pitch. Tauschman grounds it toward first. Picked up by the first baseman. He throws to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 1. McCullers now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Cotton working with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers is strikeout victim number 3 for Cotton. It brings up Nico Hoerner with 2 outs, nobody on. Cotton working with a 3-1 count. And a pop-up on the infield. First baseman in foul territory making the play, and the inning is over. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 ball game. Stevenson facing McCullers in the bottom of the third inning, leading off for Washington. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers a high fastball for strike three. Excuse me, a high cut fastball for strike three. But nonetheless, that is strikeout number 2 on the day for McCullers, and it brings up Trey Turner. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Trey Turner, and he grounds it toward third. The throw goes over to first. That is out number 2. Soto now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. McCullers working with a 1 ball count. Here is the pitch. Driven to center field. Going back is Kane. I think the wind's going to knock this one down. And Kane makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. So Soto came up about 5 feet short of a home run right there. We go to the top of the 4th. We are still scoreless here in Washington. Lorenzo Cain now, appropriately enough, leading off the top of the 4th inning. He's waiting for the 1-1 pitch. He grounds it up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throw over to first. That's out number 1. Correa now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Cotton working with a full count to Carlos Correa. And Correa lines it into left field. That is going to be the Cubs' first base hit of this ball game. Correa stopping at first with a single. And now, with 1 out, Anthony Rizzo comes up. Runner on first. 1 out. Cotton working to Rizzo. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And a drive to deep right field. Rizzo got all of that one. That is out of the ballpark. Anthony Rizzo with a 2-run home run, and the Cubs now have the lead in the top of the 4th inning. That is the second base hit of the game for the Cubs. 373 feet into the right field bullpen. Anthony Rizzo with home run number 14 on the season. RBIs totaled up now to 68. And Jorge Soler comes up next with 1 out, nobody on. Cotton facing Soler with a 2-ball count. Here's the pitch. And a drive to right field. This one is a little bit shorter than the last. The right fielder will adjust and make the play. That is out number 2. Miguel Amaya now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Cotton facing Amaya with a 1-1 count. And Amaya grounds it back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs score twice on the Rizzo home run. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-0 Chicago lead. Victor Robles leading off against Lance McCullers in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2 is the count as McCullers delivers the pitch. Grounded toward the third baseman. Estrada has it. He throws to first. The throw is late. Victor Robles beats it out for an infield single. That was definitely a slow roller, and Estrada probably needed to charge a little harder on that ball to be able to make the play. Kaboom now the batter. With runner on first, nobody out. McCullers facing in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Carter Kaboom. And a liner into center field. Coming in fast is Lorenzo Cain. He makes the diving catch for the first out of the inning. Lorenzo Cain stealing an extra base hit right there for the first out. And now Starlin Castro's the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. McCullers facing Castro. Robles still on first. We're going to actually throw over to first and see if we can catch him napping. And the throw is over to first, but Robles dives back. Let's pitch to the batter now, see what happens. That's low and away. Ball 1. Pitch to the batter again, see what happens. High and in for ball 2. Not a good start to this at-bat from McCullers. We're going to throw over to first again. Quick tag, but he's safe. 2 balls is the count. Here it comes. Foul ball, strike 1. And now McCullers facing Castro. 2-1 count. Strike 2 at the knees. So that is a 2-2 count as there's no throw by Amaya. And Robles now takes second. That is his 23rd stolen base of the season. Castro facing McCullers with a runner on second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And it's another foul ball. So let's switch this back over. Full count, here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Castro goes down. That's the second out of the inning. And now Jurickson Profar is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on second. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss to end the inning. McCullers recovering to get 2 straight punch outs and end the inning with the runner stranded on second. We go to the top of the 5th. Cubs up by 2. Thairo Estrada leading off against Jarrell Cotton here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 strikes is the count as Cotton delivers. There's a liner past the third baseman in the left field. Thairo Estrada having a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning. And now Mike Tauschman is the batter. With nobody out, the runner on first, Tauschman facing Cotton, and we're going to be looking for another opportunity to run here. Let's see what the first pitch is. That's a check swing for strike one, a changeup. So what's the next pitch? And there's a drive to deep right field. I think that one's going to leave the ballpark. Mike Tauschman with a 2-run homer, and the Cubs now have a 4-0 lead. Well, I guess we don't need to worry about aggressive base running when Tauschman is going to hit a 427-foot home run to deep right field. That was just a monster shot. Tauschman with his 2nd home run of the season. And now McCullers, the pitcher, comes up to the plate. Cubs up by 4 now. McCullers facing Cotton with a full count. Here it comes. And that is strike 3 called at the knees, so that is out number 1. Nico Hoerner now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Nico Hoerner. He grounds it towards second base. The throw over to first, and that is out number 2. Lorenzo Cain now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Cotton facing Cain with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, so the inning is over. The Cubs extend their lead, doubling up and making it 4-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. McCullers coming back out. He's going to face Grulon here in the bottom of the 5th. McCullers working with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Driven in the air to right field, going back. It's deep. It's going to leave the ballpark. That is a 4-1 ball game as the Nationals get on the board for the first time here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Grulon with a 404-foot home run into the right field bullpen. And now Walker is the batter. With the Cubs up by 3, Walker is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. He has 11 home runs and a 195 batting average on the season. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Christian Walker. And it's a grounder towards short. Correa has it. He throws to first. That's out number 1. So McCullers now working to Stevenson with 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. And there's a drive to center field. Chasing is Lorenzo Cain. I think he's going to have room. He gets under it and makes the running catch for out number 2. Trey Turner now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. McCullers working to Turner with a 1-ball count. And there's a grounder toward third. Estrada has it. He throws over to first, and the inning is over. So McCullers allows the home run, but however, he does recover, and the Cubs still lead by 3 going into the top of the 6th inning. Correa leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th. Cubs up by 3 as Ryan Harper comes out of the Nationals bullpen. He has thrown 2 2/3 innings, 1 walk, no strikeouts, and an ERA of 0 so far this season. Harper working with a 2-2 count to Correa. Here comes the pitch. And a pop-up to left center field. Coming over is the left fielder. He calls off the center fielder and makes the catch for out number 1. Rizzo now the batter. He hit a home run his last time up facing Harper. 1 for 2 today. Here is the pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And Rizzo drives it to straightaway center field into the wind, but it's going to carry all the way to the warning track, and the catch is made right in front of the wall. Rizzo very nearly had his 2nd home run of the game. Robles making the catch, and now Jorge Soler is the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Harper facing Soler with a 2-strike count. Here it comes. And it's driven into the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Jorge Soler rounding first, heading for extra bases. He is going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. With 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning, Soler keeps the inning alive and brings up Miguel Amaya. 2 outs, 1 man on. Cubs up by 3, looking for some insurance runs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and Amaya grounds it towards second. The throw goes to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 6th of a 4-1 ball game. And Lance McCullers coming back out to work against Juan Soto here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McCullers with the first pitch. Grounder toward first. Rizzo has it. He scoops it up, steps on the base. That's out number 1. Robles now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch to Robles. And a liner into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Tauschman making the play, getting it back into the cutoff man, which holds Robles to a single. And now Carter Kieboom is the batter. We're going to throw a pitch here. The first pitch to Kieboom. That's low for ball one. Curveball in the dirt. I'm surprised that Robles didn't try to run there. Now we're going to throw over to first and see what happens. He dives back head first and he is safe. All right, 1 ball count, pitch to the batter. Foul ball, nobody can advance. That is a 1-1 count. And now, 1-1, here's the pitch. There's a throw down to second, the stolen base attempt, and he is safe. So Robles now has 2 stolen bases in the game, 24 on the season. However, McCullers has a 1-2 count on Carter Kieboom. Hopefully he can finish off this at-bat. Let's see what happens here. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is out number 2. And Castro now is the batter with a runner on second and 2 outs. We're going to throw back to second. And the runner is safe. Oh, man. They definitely caught Robles leaning. He dove back just under the tag. So now with 2 outs, runner on second. McCullers still working to Castro. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's popped up to center field. Lorenzo Cain is coming in. He's going to look up and make the catch to end the inning. So the Nationals strand another runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 4-1 ball game. Estrada facing Harper here in the top of the 7th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch. Estrada grounds it towards second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Next up, Mike Tauschman. He had a home run his last time up. He's facing Harper in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out and nobody on. Here comes the first pitch to Mike Tauschman. And a grounder toward first. Picked up and stepping on the base is the first baseman for out number 2. So McCullers is going to be allowed to bat for himself. If Tauschman or Estrada had got on, I would have pinch hit for him. But McCullers is going to bat facing Harper here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So the inning is over. And now we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Cubs up by 3. And the winner of the President's race today is Thomas Jefferson. McCullers on the mound facing Jurickson Profar. He's going to face the 7, 8, 9 batters in the Nationals lineup in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to warm up Skubal. In the event that we get to the lefties at the top of the lineup, Skubal would potentially face Stevenson or even maybe a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. We'll see how this goes. McCullers facing Profar, bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Nationals. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch from McCullers and a grounder toward third. Estrada has it. He throws over to first and the first out of the inning is recorded. Grulon now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch. And that is strike 3 called on the inside corner. So McCullers gets strikeout number 6 in the ball game. And next up is Ryan Braun. He is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. McCullers is going to be allowed to stay in and work to him. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. McCullers working to Braun, trying to close out this inning. Braun has 5 home runs and a .249 batting average on the season. McCullers working with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner into right field, coming in fast and playing it on the hop is the right fielder. So that is Soler, and he plays it on the hop. That allows a single, which brings up Stevenson. So McCullers has thrown 104 pitches. You know, again, he's not going to be happy about this. Stevenson is 0 for 3 today. I mean, McCullers really has had his number. We're going to visit the mound. He says, I'm feeling it a little bit, but I'm still in good shape. And quite honestly, we're just going to go ahead and change pitchers. Skubal is ready to come in. And he is going to be brought in to face the lefty Stevenson here in the bottom of the 7th inning and protect the 3-run lead. So Skubal coming out of the bullpen. He has thrown 76 1/3 innings, walked 25, struck out 96 with a .271 ERA. He is going to be charged with preventing the runner from scoring with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs up by 3. Stevenson facing Skubal with a 2-2 count. Here comes the sign and the pitch. And strike 3 is called. That was a belt-high fastball. He just froze him with it. So that is out number 3. The Nationals strand the runner. They do not score. We're going now to the top of the 8th of a 4-1 Cub lead. And Nico Hoerner coming up to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th inning. He's going to face Jonathan German, who comes out of the Nationals bullpen, having thrown 22 2/3 innings, walked 7, struck out 24 with a 4.18 ERA. German facing Hoerner in the top of the 8th inning. Hoerner 0 for 3 today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Nico Hoerner. German with the delivery. And there's a drive into center field. The center fielder adjusting to his right, and it goes over his head. He misplayed it. I don't know how that happened with the wind going in, but how are they going to score this? Hoerner is standing on second, and that is going to be an extra base hit. They are not charging Robles with an error out in center field. So I feel like Robles probably came in when he should have gone back on that ball. But nonetheless, Hoerner has a leadoff double here in the top of the 8th inning. And now Lorenzo Cain is the batter. With a runner on second, nobody out. Cain facing German. And this is where we're going to get a pinch hitter. Because here is how this is going to work. Bryce Harper is going to be brought in to pinch hit for Lorenzo Cain. Harper is actually going to come into the game and play right field, but we'll deal with that in a moment. So Harper batting from the left side against the righty German with a runner on second, nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes the 1-ball count, and Harper drives it to deep right field, and a diving play. Oh, Harper hit that ball so hard, and the right fielder Stevenson absolutely robbed him of a base hit. Hoerner, however, is able to tag up and advance to third, giving Harper at least credit for a sacrifice on a ball that was absolutely scorched out to right field. So now with 1 out, the runner on third, Correa is facing German here in the top of the 8th inning. Correa, for his part, is 1 for 3 today. He is working with 1-ball count, and there's a drive into the gap in right center field. That's going to drive in the run. Correa rounding first, heading for second. He'll have extra bases. That's going to be a sliding double, and now the Cubs have a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. So Carlos Correa with the RBI double, that gets him to 66 on the season. And now Anthony Rizzo is the batter. With 1 out and a runner on second, German facing Rizzo. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and he drives that one into left field. Shallow, but playable. The left fielder's going to have it. That is out number 2. Correa holding at second, and it brings up Jorge Soler with 2 outs and the runner on second. Cubs up by 4. German facing Soler here in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes the 1-strike count and the pitch, and Soler pops it up. Right field. Coming in, a routine play, and Stevenson grabs it for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Cubs score 1. They strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 5-1 Cub lead. And now, what we're going to see is Danny Santana is going to enter the ball game and play left field. So we now have Harper in right, Santana in left. Oh, excuse me, Santana is going to play, no, he is going to play left. Tauchman's going to play center. That's what we're going to do. And now Skubal is going to remain in the game to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Skubal is going to face Turner, Soto, and Robles here in the bottom of the 8th. Here is the pitch. First pitch from Skubal. Here it comes. And it's a grounder toward third. Estrada has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Soto now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Skubal working with a 3-ball count. Here is the pitch to Soto. And that is low for ball 4. And I'll tell you, I am never going to give anybody a hard time for walking Juan Soto. Victor Robles now the batter. Runner on first, one out, bottom of the 8th inning. Skubal needs a double play ground ball right here. That would kind of be an ideal outcome. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch, and it's a pop-up to center field. Going back is the center fielder, and that is going to be out of the ballpark. So that one was hit into the wind, and that makes it a 5-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 451 feet out to straightaway center field. Victor Robles now has 21 home runs on the season and 72 RBIs. Skubal now facing Kaboom. With one out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Skubal needs to recover from this. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And a drive to center field. This one will be playable, as Tauschman making a few steps to his right and catching it for out number 2. Starlin Castro now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Skubal working. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And it's a grounder to third. Estrada has it. Oh, and Estrada boots it. The throw goes over to first, but it's late, so the error allows the runner to get to first. Castro is safe. Profar now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs with their first error of this ballgame. Skubal working. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Profar. And it's a pop-up down the left field line. Chasing is Santana. He looks up and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs allow 2 runs to score. The Nationals getting the 2-run home run to straightaway center field. We go to the top of the 9th with the Cubs up by 2. And now Miguel Amaya is the batter. He's leading off against Germán here in the top of the 9th inning. So if we get to Skubal's spot, we're definitely going to pinch hit for him. Which means that, yeah, Edwin Diaz would be called upon to pitch the 9th inning. Germán facing Amaya in the top of the 9th. Cubs up by 2, looking for some insurance runs. Here's a full count and the pitch to Miguel Amaya. And he grounds it towards short. Picked up by Turner, thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Next up is Estrada with 1 out, nobody on. Germán working. Here's the first pitch to Thairo Estrada, and he lines it into right field. The right fielder coming in fast and making the catch for out number 2. Tauschman now the batter. He has a home run today. He's 1 for 3. Coming up with 2 outs, nobody on. Germán working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Tauschman. And he swings and misses for strike 3, so the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Cubs up by 2. Diaz is ready to enter this ball game should he be needed. Skubal working to Grullon, who hit a home run. He's 2 for 3 today. Bottom of the 9th inning, Skubal with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch to Grullon, and a strike 3 called in the outside corner. That was a changeup that just froze him. First out of the inning, it brings up Adam Eaton. Eaton pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. He has 7 home runs and a .292 batting average on the season. With 1 out and nobody on, Skubal working to Adam Eaton. Here comes the pitch. And that is strike 3 called on the inside corner. That is out number 2. A full count changeup that he threw right there. That is some bravery by Tarik Skubal. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter, Rowdy Reed, coming off the Nationals bench with 2 outs and nobody on, bottom of the 9th inning. Skubal facing Reed. Here comes the 1-ball count and the pitch. And there's a grounder up the middle. Correa has it. He throws over to first, and the inning is over. The Cubs are victorious 5-3 in today's ball game. The Cubs getting 5 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. The Nationals 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is Victor Robles in a losing effort for the Nationals. He went 3 for 3 while also drawing a walk, hitting a home run, and he scored once and drove in 2. And the Cubs' Lance McCullers gets the win. He goes to 12-4 on the season. He threw 6 2/3 of 5-hit, 1-run baseball with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Tarik Skubal threw 2 1/3 innings of relief with 1 hit allowed, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and did allow a home run to be hit quite a long ways out into straightaway center field. Skubal is credited with his second save of the season. Jarrell Cotton suffers the loss. He drops to 7-5, throwing 5 innings of 4-hit, 4-run baseball with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. And the Cubs getting home runs from Mike Tauchman and Anthony Rizzo today. So, the Cubs improved to 69-38 as the Nationals fall to 53-52. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.